Hey everyone, and welcome back to Coffee with a Beauty Reviewer. And today, folks, I have a new episode for you guys, as today is Valentine's Day, hence all the red colors going on here. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. It's a Valentine's Day special, and this is my top 5 favorite rom-coms of all time. So with that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my channel, and please like and comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel as it really helps me out. And let's get started with today's video.
Number 5.
So at number 5 is Always Be My Maybe, and this is actually a very recent romantic comedy that came out just a few years ago, and it stars Ali Wong, and you might not have heard of her, but she's actually a comedian. She's kind of on the raunchy side of comedy, but I really love her material. She's really funny, and it's also got the guy that is from Ant-Man and Aquaman. So this movie is about these two childhood friends that after one of their parents pass away, they then start kind of like drifting apart, and then they grow up, and then all of a sudden they find each other again, and it just leads to this really cute yet very funny story of how they are reconnecting, and they're telling each other of how they're doing, and you're just seeing that Ali Wong's character is now a professional cook, and he's actually a really good mechanic. But he's a uprising musician, and just everything that happens in this movie is just so much fun. It just makes a big smile on my face. And I gotta admit, this movie has one of the most glorious celebrity cameos of all time. And if you have not yet seen the movie, I'm not gonna spoil that for you. But I would just suggest watch the movie and just enjoy the 15-minute cameo by this big-time A-list star. Like, you will not expect who is actually going to be this celebrity cameo, but it is fantastic. It's hilarious, and it just makes me have a smirk on my face.
Number 4.
So at number 4, this is a movie that I grew up as a kid just watching it over and over and over again, because it's just one of the most like perfectly made movies of all time. It's a timeless classic, The Princess Bride. There's just something about it that even to this day I will love the movie. It's by far one of the most quotable romantic comedies of all time. It's got adventure, it's got romance, it's got comedy, it's got like the entire package that you want out of a movie, and it's just so much fun. I mean, like, pretty much everything that a lot of people say about this movie, it's just one of the greatest romantic comedies ever made. I mean, I'm not saying that it's my number 1, but still, it's still in the top 5, and it's at number 4 spot. So, yeah, I really can't say anything more about this movie. It's just a phenomenal movie. It's a timeless classic, and it's got some big-time actors like Cary Elwes, Jenny from Forrest Gump, Robin Wright, and it's got Billy Crystal. It's just got like this big, massive cast. It's got Wallace Shawn. He plays Rex the dinosaur in Toy Story, and you even got Andre the Giant. Like, the movie just makes me smile. Like, you can't say anything bad about the movie.
Number 3.
So at number 3 is Kitten Leopold. Really, the more I thought about it, when I was doing this video, I was thinking about how much all these 5 movies, they've always put a smile on my face. And I think that's where this top 5 list comes from, because these movies just make me feel good. These are movies that are entertaining through and through. It's got fantastic stories. The comedy is on point. Like, the comedy just lands. They know the comedic timing, and the chemistry between like these characters, phenomenal. But nothing tops this movie when it comes to chemistry between Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman. I mean, Meg Ryan, she's already done other romantic comedies before this one. Like, she's done You Got Mail. I always forget one other movie. Oh, the one with Billy Crystal. When Harry Met Sally. Yep. Yeah, she's already been known as for being like a really good choice when you want to do a romantic comedy at the time. But just the fact that you got Meg Ryan, a romantic comedy genius, and you got Wolverine himself. This was back in his early days. But this movie, it's kind of like a time travel movie, which is actually a very nice element that makes it a lot more fun. And you got Breckin Meyer in this movie. He was like the go-to actor back in those days. But you also got Liev Schreiber, best known as Sabretooth in the crappy but yet sometimes enjoy to watch Wolverine X-Men Origins movie with Hugh Jackman. So, not a big fan of that movie, but if I ever want to enjoy a crappy movie but just be entertained, X-Men Origins Wolverine, I would consider it like that. But back to Kitten Leopold, it's just got this really nice time travel element into it. And the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Meg Ryan is so on point. They just have just the best screen time together. And yeah, it's just one of those timeless classics that I think a lot of people would love watching on Valentine's Day or just on date night. Just a through and through enjoyable movie.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the movie Big by Tom Hanks and Elizabeth Perkins. And this movie, a vast majority of all these movies that I've put on my top 5 rom-com lists is that a lot of these movies, I really grew up on these movies when I was a kid. But the fact that Tom Hanks, he is a big star. Like, he built his entire career in the 90s, and that is when I was just a kid. But back in the 90s, he was the star of the 90s. And Big is among like one of the best movies I've ever seen him in a comedic role. I mean, I love Forrest Gump. I love Captain Phillips. I love Saving Mr. Banks. Tom Hanks, he's one of the greatest actors that has ever lived. And just the fact that his role in this movie is so endearing. He plays the role as a man-child, which he just took it to heart, and he just knew how to sell you into thinking that he's actually just a child in a man's body. He did it so well, and everyone involved in this movie, I just absolutely love Big. I grew up on it as a kid, and to this day, it still makes me happy. So before I give you my number 1 pick, I just want to tell you that there are a few honorable mentions. There is The Wedding Singer. That's another Adam Sandler classic. And I'm sure you can already start to go like, if he's a 90s man, then he must really like Adam Sandler movies. And you're right. Because I would say that when it comes down to 90s movies, especially romantic comedies, that I would say that the ones that really stole the spotlight was definitely Tom Hanks, Adam Sandler, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure all of you are just going to be wondering what movie is going to be my number 1 pick. But anyways, yeah, I love The Wedding Singer. It's just a quotable movie. And there's just so many Adam Sandler movies that I always love. I love Happy Gilmore. And another honorable mentions is Australia. I'm kind of cheating on this one. It's just because there are a couple funny moments in the movie, but it's more of a romantic drama. But there are a couple funny moments that I just actually laughed out loud. But like I said, it's kind of a cheat, but it stars Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman. But if you have not seen that movie, I would highly recommend that you see it. It is a really fun movie to watch. It's kind of suspenseful too. But the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman is on point. And my last honorable mention, I'm pretty sure it has to be Forrest Gump, because I'm kind of cheating again with this one because it's more of a romantic drama as well, such as like Australia. But this movie, it's got a lot of very funny moments. So like, it's Tom Hanks again, and he knows how to be a funny guy. Like anytime when they do comedic moments, those moments, the comedic timing is perfect. And so let's now get started with my number one choice.
Number 1.
At number 1 is 50 First Dates. And so 50 First Dates, you really can't say anything bad about this movie. And I really don't care how you feel about Adam Sandler, because I do feel like that Adam Sandler, he was in this time period where a lot of his movies were crappy. Like he's just throwing like all these different movies, like Left and Right, Grown Ups, and like all these other movies. Not the greatest movies ever made. And don't get me started with that one movie where he stars as a brother and a sister. No. But just right after Lord of the Rings came out 50 First Dates, and this movie, perfect. I would say that 50 First Dates is one of his most perfectly made romantic comedies of all time. And that being said, that it's him and Drew Barrymore again, because they've already done The Wedding Singer, but they've made 50 First Dates, and it's got all the actors that he's worked with in most of his movies. But you got Drew Barrymore, and you also got the likes of like Dan Aykroyd, and there's just like this nice essence that you can actually understand what's happening, and it's actually it makes you tear up when you learn about Drew Barrymore's condition, that she actually has short-term memory loss. But Adam Sandler's delivery of the story, the delivery of the comedic timings is just so on point. And this is my list, and I just want to say 50 First Dates, best rom-com movie of all time. Delicious coffee. Yep. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching my video. That was my top 5 favorite romantic comedies of all time. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. And next time I'm going to be doing the whole reviews of the DCEU leading up to the Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.